Kia ora everyone, good afternoon. Today I'm out at Cobden Cemetery. Now I've got a few notes here that I've printed out about Cobden, which is a suburb in Greymouth. So Cobden originally began as a 19th century gold rush settlement and port, and it was named after an English politician, Richard Cobden, originally featuring a large Māori pa around 1800, but you know, that's probably not confirmed. It grew into a residential area with a history of quarrying and a tannery and an early coal port before merging into Greymouth in 1877. Now, the suburb is named after Richard Cobden, a British explorer, a British politician known for free trade and labour reform. It was part of the Nelson province between 1850 and 1876. Now, the actual cemetery that I've got here, I'll just flip that over, excuse the noise of the paper. Okay, so this cemetery is close to Cobden Beach and the Grey River. The first recorded burial at the cemetery was on 30th of August 1871, and that was of a baby, William Wisdom, who was only 2 months old. Not sure about the details of that one, but I may have to go home and look it up afterwards. Other members of the same family were buried in different plots nearby. A total of about 34 people were buried in the cemetery, 20 of which graves had headstones, so no doubt there's going to be a few unmarked areas around here. I can see some already from what I'm looking at. So the cemetery was closed for burials after a man named Dan Liddy was interred on 15th of November 1928 because of the difficulty of digging graves to the required depth in the shingly ground. It was opened again by special request for 2 burials of women who wanted to be interred with their husbands. Elizabeth Skelton, one of Cobden's earliest memories, who was buried on 5th of May 1944, and Elizabeth Emma Batty, who died 9th of February 1953. So now that I've done that part, I'm going to go up and read from some of them, and I'll probably go from left to right. Now there's one here where the headstone has fallen over, and it looks like the ground has been mowed, so it's a little bit impossible to tell who that is, unless it's meant to be round this way and flipped over, but that one's really hard to tell. As you can see, it's right next to a local park, next to the beach. Really nice, quiet suburb. I'll go over to this section. A little bit of disrepair going on, which is a shame because I can see a few headstones have fallen over there. So this one looks like it's broken off in half. Sacred to the memory of William Dickie from Stirling, Scotland, place of my ancestors, my Dunlop ancestors, who died 13th of September 1882, aged 42 years. That's pretty young, but back in that day I'm assuming it was quite common. Also says Eliza, daughter of William and Mary Dickie, who died 4th of October 1876, aged 11 months. So again, back then in the Victorian era, I'm imagining without vaccines and health and dietary requirements that people follow today, it would have been quite different back then, so the mortality rate was probably a wee bit high. Mary Dickie, beloved wife of above, who died at Cobden January 5th, 1904, aged 58 years. So again, 58 is pretty young. This one, I think, is another member of the same family. In loving memory of Robert Arthur Dickie, died March, I think that says the 7th or the 1st, 1905, aged 33 years. Very young. And I'm guessing by the size of the plot, there's probably more than one person in there, but I can't really tell. The headstone only says one person. There's some more over here. So today it is a nice kind of early autumn day. I've had brilliant weather here on the west coast. It's been fabulous. It's actually been better than summer. So sunny and warm. Loving memory of Aaron or Anton, I think it says Skalma, died October the 6th, I think that's 1885, aged 9 years. Mary Reed also, no, it must be 49 years for Anton. I think I see a 4 missing there. Also, Mary Reed, daughter of the above, died February 21st, 1888, aged 17 years. And Mary, wife of the above, died December, would be the 11th or 13th, 1918, aged 82. So she did quite well. And you can obviously tell the ground is sinking a little bit there. That's not unusual for old graves. And this one as well. I'm struggling to read the name there. Someone, Jackson? Native of Newcastle, who died 6th of July, and I think that's 1887, age 65. And also George Jackson died 26th of May, I think that's 1905 or 1908. And sadly that headstone's broken in half as well. I'll go around here. That's the Robert Dickey one and the Dickey family that we saw earlier. This one here is the Wisdom whānau, the family. It says Abigail Wisdom died September 24th, 1914, aged 72 years, so that's a good age, and you can see the ground is starting to slowly sink again. William Wisdom died 17th of September, I think that's 1888. And I think it might say 58 or 1888 years, I'm not sure. By the way, when you go to cemeteries, it's really important and respectful not to stand on the graves. You try and go around them. That one's William Wisdom. And that would be the baby. I think I can see 9 months on there. Look at that one. Florence Wisdom. I think that says age 33 years, died March, I think that's 20th, 1902. I'll go around here and have a little look at this one. See what's on the side. Alonzo Wisdom died November the 27th, I think that's 1922, age 79 years. This one is one that's fallen over, and it's a shame. Is it around this side? All I can see is brother and 12 and 1920. But I'm going to have to research who that is. I'm not sure. It's a shame that one's broken and fallen over. In memoriam, Francis Henry Dinan, who was drowned in the Grey River. Now that I'm going to go home and look that one up, and I'll probably put some information about that below this post that you can read. March the 13th, 1893, aged, I think that's 13 years, that's very young. Again, some more information about that era of time. I'm imagining that really hardly anyone knew how to swim, so it was pretty common back then for people to drown, especially in the Grey River. Also, Anne, mother of above, died August 13th, 1917, aged 76 years. And also John, husband of above, died 30th of July, aged 94 years. Francis Parnell, eldest son of John and Maggie Dinan, died November the 16th, 1899, aged 5 years. Again, a young mortality rate back then. I'll go around that one. We'll go over to this wee one here. It looks like one person, but it's two. In loving memory of John and Catherine, I think it says Warren, erected by Mary and Kate, but I don't see a date on that one. But that one looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it's sunk into the ground yet. Nice and sturdy. Here's one that's starting to sink a wee bit. And that's the one about the Scarmers and Mary Read. Okay, so that's the family plot. Right, I'll pop over here, see what we've got. This one looks a wee bit small and it's right in the corner, so it's nice and quiet. And sadly there is no headstone. To look around here and see if there's information. No information at all. Maybe that's something I can look up when I get home. This one is, I think it says John Giblin. Died January the 31st, aged 74 years, so that's a good age. The concrete's still there. That one's starting to fall apart, I think. Can't quite see that, but I can see 1900 and something. I think that says age 2 years, but I mean that one's quite a big plot, so I would imagine there's probably a family in there, not just one person. Whether that's the headstone for that one, I'm not sure. Could be some unmarked areas here, judging by the disturbance of the earth. This one, I'm not 100% sure either, whether the headstone next door is for this one or not. Not quite sure. And that one has been very disturbed there, that's falling in. Margaret Petheridge died July, I think this is 1912, aged, I think it says 14 years, but I could be wrong. Also, William Petheridge died December the 28th, 1913, aged 75 years. Another family plot, that one. William Urquhart died August the 1st, I think that is 1884, aged, I think it's 68 years. Also, William Urquhart, and I'm assuming that is maybe a son, died April 1st, 1916, aged I think it's 63 years or 65, and it looks like there's his wife in there as well, Margaret, from what I can see on that tombstone to the left, so it's fallen apart over the years, very overgrown. There's the Batty family. Now this is a really nice headstone. Someone's put a lot of effort into this. Reasonably recent. In loving memory of Henry Batty, died September, I think it's 1908, aged 44 years. And Elizabeth Emma Batty, wife of Henry, 1859 to 1953. Now that's a really nice looked after burial plot, that one. Maybe families looked after it and put that there and fixed it up. That's good to see. About 3/4 of the way there. Harold, I think that's Edward Dancer or Danger, who died December the 7th, 1914, aged 23 years. Nice marble plaque there that's fallen apart. This one doesn't have anything on it, and I think that's an unmarked grave right there, so I'm not going to stand on it. That one I've got no idea, but looks like a single person. I'll go over here to the corner on the right hand side. This looks like another family one. In loving memory of John Spence, died January 7th, I think it's 1903 or 1908, aged 73 years. Also his brother George died June 1900, aged 69 years. So that's another nice one that's lasted over time, but you can see it needs a bit of a clean. Speaking of cleaning headstones, if you're interested in doing this, there is a Facebook page which is called the Remembrance Army of New Zealand. Now if you look on there, you can volunteer. They send you supplies where you can go out and clean headstones. So it's something that I might look to getting into, but it's a good idea. This one looks like a baby, and that headstone is a bit too worn for me to see anything. It's very tiny and very sad. That one is in loving memory of William Skelton, died 9th of November 1913, aged 67 years. His beloved wife Elizabeth died 5th of May 1944, aged 81 years. James Payman, who died on his birthday, August the 21st, 1915, I think that says, aged 87 years. It's a good age. This one says, in loving memory of Fanny, beloved wife of James Harrison, died November 21st, 1922. I think this says age 41 years. And James Harrison, born Cambridge, England, 1865, died 11 Fox Street, Cobden, 17th of January 1947. Lies here beside his wife Fanny Maria Nee Fulton, so that's her maiden name. Born New Zealand, 1881, died 21st of November 1922 at their home at North Beach in Cobden, following a horse and trap accident. That's quite sad, but maybe the horse took off or something, or maybe something else happened. Maybe another unmarked one there. That one again is blank. This one is in loving memory of Mary Gillingham, who died December the 28th. I think that's 1913 or 1918, aged, I think that's 64 years. So that one's kept pretty well. This one again is sinking, and you get that a lot with these ones. In loving memory of Stephen Wisdom, that's another one for the Wisdom whānau, died August, I think this is 1919, aged 92 years, I'm not 100% sure. With these it's really hard to see the outline of the numbers because they've been decayed for so long, so many years. I like this one with the little roses in it though. In loving memory of, trying to figure out what that first word is, someone Ashmore Wisdom, so that's another one for the Wisdom whānau, and it's really hard to see the dates on that. But as you can see, it's a really nice quiet little cemetery, well looked after on the grass side of it and the lawns. See if I can go over here and see a glimpse of Greymouth from here, or Cobden at all. I can just see some of the houses over there. This part here looks like it needs a bit of a going over, clean up. So there's Cobden in that direction, and over there, further up, and to the right hand side would be over the bridge and into town. Into Greymouth itself. So that concludes the cemetery visit for today. So thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Ka kite.